Hey guys, welcome to the garden today. I'm planting my kumara slips today. Those are the ones that I grew in the growing kumara slips video. So they're finally ready to go out, and the nights and the temperatures are good enough for us to pop them in the ground and not worry about maybe a late frost. So I'll show you where they're going to go. I've got everything ready and I'll explain what I've done to the bed. So this is a 90 centimeters by 1.8 long raised bed. It has 16 square feet of planting space, and you put 1 kumara per square foot. You'll notice that I've popped in a divider, and that divider goes all the way to the ground. And so the reason I've got that in there is these guys like to send their roots down, and they will run and they will go everywhere. I didn't really want to dedicate this whole bed to kumara, so because their roots run the way they do, I've put the divider in, so hopefully just the side of the bed will be where the tubers grow. Who knows, we'll see. When we lift them around April, May, depending on what they're looking like, hopefully we should find them confined to this one space in the bed. That would be really good. It means that I don't have to disturb whatever I've got growing on the other side. So I'll turn you around and kind of show you what I'm going to do here.
Action.
Okay, not really much action in gardening. Tom says action. So what I'm going to do is I've got my 2 slips here that I've grown, and I've got some potato food. And while I've put in the bed, we've got a mix of potting soil, compost, sheep pellets they've got blood and bone in it as well, and Dio hasn't put her nose through it yet. I'm also going to put in some potato food because they're really heavy feeders, and this was quite old soil that we put in here anyway, so I want to try and make sure they've got enough food in here. I'm going to put 1 cup per square metre. I'm kind of going to guess. So these are golden kumara, and these are purple kumara. So these ones they're all both amazing for roasting. These are a bit sweeter, these are a bit starchier, but they both kind of hold up really nicely to all sorts of cooking. Golden are my absolute favourite. So if I take them out, they've been pulled off the kumara and they've been left to grow roots. So you can see these are the roots, and there's some that are more rooty than others, and I'll probably use those ones that are a bit more rooty. So this is an example of a really good one. And you can put 1 kumara per square foot. So I have 3, 6, 9. So I'm probably going to do some more golden than I am red. I do have a grow bag just behind me that I'm going to try and do some more red ones in. Or knowing me, I might just go, I'll plant them all in the garden even after I put the divider in. Who knows? But so what I'm going to do is just sort them out to get the ones with the most roots, because they are the most established first. So 1, 2, 3. My slips down here. I'll put the food through, and then I'll show you how to plant them, because there is a better way to plant them than just plopping them in the ground. So with potato you bury them deep and then you mound them up. With kumara they will grow and their roots will travel and form tubers underground. So what you want to do is you kind of dig a bit of a hole like this, and then you want to put your kumara in lying down sideways. So that way the roots should travel this way and not burrow right down into the ground. It's not too much of a problem if these do go right down, because there is weed mat and there's a hard clay base under there, so they can't go too much further. So you put them in like that, pop them in, and then the most important thing after this is, because they have been sitting in water, you want to make sure that you keep this bed really, really damp until the roots get adjusted to being wet, and then as soil naturally dries out during the day. So you want to try and keep the bed as moist as you can until these are established, and then you can kind of back off just a tiny bit, because you don't want anything that grows underneath to actually start rotting. That's all I know. Oh, one more thing. They will vine, and there will be heaps and heaps of leaves that come out. So when I was young, I remember my dad kind of going through the soil and lifting. He would get big armfuls and just lift them off the ground, because where these little nodes here, where these parts here, there's a little leaf growing out, where they touch the ground, the plant will root. And remember, where there's roots, tubers will grow. So you want to try and make sure that you keep your leaves and your foliage from rooting in. So every kind of week, or a couple of times a week, just come in and just lift the canopy, lift the foliage so that it doesn't stick on the ground. One of the other things you can do is put a little bit of a trellis in here and train the foliage up. I'm probably not going to do it. I'm going to just do it the way Dad did and just come and lift these and see how wild they grow. Also, interestingly enough, I think you can eat the leaves. Maybe I'll get Tom to try that. So I'll put the rest of these in and then I'll water them in and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. So they're done. I'll show you what they look like. It doesn't look like much, but hopefully they'll turn into something. So there is the bed. We've got 9 in there. Hopefully 4 purple, 5 golden, all watered in. I'll come out tonight and give them another one. Yeah, it appears to be that simple. Famous last words maybe, but let's give it a go and see. I'll give you guys some updates, check on the shorts, and yeah, if you're growing them, let's compare harvest when it's all done. That's just something fun to do, not competitive. Bye guys. We have Finny playing on the swings. Tom, aka Punk Rock Smurf, is over here. Don't go near him. Is over here cleaning off the deck. I'll show you a few things. We've got some strawberries almost ready, and the other beautiful thing you may have seen on the short is the David Austin rose is out in bloom. This is the Lady Gardener, beautiful full cup, heaps of petals, and it kind of starts out as a pink bud but opens to this really beautiful apricot colour, and as it fades out it kind of gets into a lightish pink, so it's really quite pretty. It smells a little bit like fruit salad.